Ha! Sorry. I had my I had the microphone muted. Can you guys hear me now? Everyone? Anyone? There you go. Okay. Hey, that's my bad. All right, I'll start over. Start all over again. Hey, what's up, man? My name is Mike Thompson. I'm a streamer for Pixologic. I am here to stream and kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm out of all bubblegum, so Roddy Piper said that in the movie. I know that nobody's old enough to know who he is, but I am, and he was dope. So I'm gonna let you guys know right off the bat that everybody's panicking about the announcement. I wouldn't panic. I don't know very much more than you guys, but I think we'll be fine. All right. So that being said, ask all you want. And Dad, hey Tyler, it's my son Tyler. Yeah, not really. How you guys doing? So, line from Duke Nukem. Nice. All right. Cool. So, let's. I don't know what I'm gonna do today, man. Like, it's almost Christmas time, and quite frankly, I've kind of mentally checked out on stuff. But I was thinking I might do some more on my Tetsuo because I want to print them. Like, I've been reprinting this guy. So I actually started sculpting. Let's turn off this. We don't need this. All right. So I actually started not sculpting. I started painting this guy, and you know he's kind of coming out okay, right? But I feel like I can do better. My OCD is kicking in. Oh shit! Just lost the belt. Yeah, so like my OCD is kicking in, and I feel like I can do a better job. So what I've done, let me put this together, right? So I started getting the fire part, but what I've done is I started reprinting him on my Photon Mono X back there, and I got like all the parts now. Now this is where I need the switch to this one, right? So I have the parts for him, right? All printed out. And so I'm going to prime them all so that they look like this. And once they're all primed, then I'll put them all back together again. And I think before I glue it this time, I'm looking at this screen because I can see myself over here. I think before I glue it this time, what I'm going to do is paint it, and then I'll glue it together, right? So I'll put the putty in, make sure you can't see the seams, then I'll paint it, then I'll glue it back together, and it'll be mad clean, right? Like super clean. This one's all right, but you know, could be better, I feel. Anyway, that was a lot. It was a whole lot. Let's get back into what I'm going to do today. So I thought I would, let's see what I have in the chat. Did I miss anything? Yeah, it's all 3D printed. Everything is 3D printed. Honestly, change is hard, but I'm hoping, I think, the acquisition. Yeah, totally. We'll see. We'll see. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, everybody. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Uh-oh, I was supposed to do something today, and I forgot. Oh, thank God. Okay. My daughter, one of her roommates got COVID, and so we were waiting on the test to come back, and she does not have it. My daughter does not have it. So happy. So happy. Anyway, would have been a messed up Christmas if that was the case. I mean, she's fully vaccinated, but even still. All right. So, yeah, let's get back into this. I'm going to turn off the colors here and turn off I applied a texture to the cape. That's why it looks pink here. But, and then also I'm going to turn off my screen and turn on ZBrush so you guys see my actual cursor and not like the barcode thing that happens. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm super happy about that. All right. Got good kids. I want them to be safe. So let's turn off the surface noise. All right, cool. So this is kind of what I have right now. And I'm just gonna keep on doing it. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen Akira, but fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add little elements from the movie that I like. So there was like these canisters that had like parts from the super powered like guy that they were saving, and that's kind of what turned Tetsuo into this like super powered mutant guy. So I'm gonna add those in there also. Sorry, I'm trying to look and talk at the same time. I'm not good at it. Clients, Stylist League. If you are not already on my Discord with Stylist League, we do have a Discord. It's let's see, it should just be Stylist League. And on Discord and on YouTube. We stream on Friday nights, but on a Discord, it's cool because I was in there yesterday for like 3 hours just chatting it up with viewers. So if anybody wants to join me and ask me any questions or just hang out and chat and stuff or work, let's do it. Join that Discord. All right. Let's see. Reference. This is the one. Also, full disclosure, my computer is acting real whack lately. I've been having several blue screens a day. So if I crap out, oh, nice. We already got somebody over there. Excellent. If you can hear that horn in the background, that's nice. Yeah, I've installed Windows 11 and I need to reinstall it. It's just a nightmare for me. So I'm going to go in and continue to make this arm kind of gross, I think, because I like the idea of that. And I will be using one of my favorite new features, which is the version thing that you can turn on to only see certain parts of your model. That's pretty sweet. So I'm going to go and turn off my base. That, right, and turn on all my little mutant arm parts here. Let's get these all turned on. Cables, I'll be adding more cables to it as well, just to really make him feel gnarly. Maybe I'll turn on his chest too so I can see what he's looking like. Let's see, there's his shirt. All right. And his body is somewhere. Here's his body. There you go. All right. So actually, I don't need the body. I'll turn that off, and I'll turn off the shirt as well. Just concentrate on the arm here. See what I missed. Dun, dun, dun. Looks amazing. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's up? Jojoba? Ahoba? Art Lord? King of Fighters? No, it's Tetsuo from Akira. I can hear other streams, but when Mike is streaming, this thing just sits there buffering on Twitch. You know what? I turned up the resolution on my stream a little bit to 1440, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I just like being able to see the detail on YouTube a little more crisply. Crispily. Crispin Glover. Solo this out. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That's why I can't sculpt on it. All right, and I will delete lower, turn on Sculptris Pro, and there you go. Now I can get some good detail in there. Now I got some brushes from Pablo Munoz, which are dope. I want to play around with them. Like he did these Geiger brushes, and I think that they can do fantastic things. So let's see if I can find them. Sorry guys, let me just make sure it's not my daughter. Hello? Haha. Apparently I am now a millionaire. That was an African prince on the phone. I'm doing it up big. All right, people, creatures, skin, flip normals. I have a whole brush for Pablo, or a folder for Pablo somewhere. Where is Pablo? Is it in monsters? Nope. Oh, Pablo brushes. This is not them either. All right, whatever. I don't know why I can never find the brushes when I need to, but I can't. Pteroxy. I gotta be a better organized person, you guys. Miscellaneous, maybe? Screw it. Whatever. And do it live. So there's these cool kind of like tendrily things that are on this Spider Zero piece, and I like that, so I'm going to do something like that for mine as well. I think the guys from Kiosk Masons do that too, and I really like it, so I will be doing a similar thing on mine. Split hidden, split unmasked. That's what I want. Go. Okay. Solo this out. I'm going to give it some thickness. Just by extruding it with ZModeler. Polygroup all. There you go. All right. So this one piece is just going to be duplicated and used over and over again. And I don't need the creasing on it either. So let's get rid of that. Crease, remove creases. No, uncrease all, not crease all. Uncrease all. There you go. Give this a couple edge loops to hold the ends. All right, dynamic. There you go. So I just have a tube basically, which is what I want. Turn on everything. I'm gonna group this and I'll be copying and moving it around and stuff. What I want is like a stretchy kind of almost tearing skin kind of a thing, just to make it nice and gross. All right. Let's make a few copies of this. Make sure they all have their own polygroup so I can mask them easily. All right, I also want them to be a similar color to what I'm already working on, so I'm just going to fill them with that skin color. Let's make the subdivisions a little higher. Dynamic subdivisions, rather. There you go. Let me know if the music is too loud, you guys. I don't want to blow anybody's ears out with this. Uh-oh, and I lost my chat. Where'd my chat go? Yo, this is not good. What happened to my... I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me a second. I lost my chat window. Restore. Yeah, my computer's on some garbage right now, so I can't see the chat. Let me get it back. It's ridiculous. just want the chat window. Screen. All right. Okay, so when my window closed, I lost all of my chat. So sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, I lost everything with the questions and stuff. So if you can just re-type what it was, if I didn't respond to you, then I will. Restream. Music is not playing. Word? Can you guys not hear the music now? Desktop audio. You know what? Actually, I hate about Windows. The menu start. Yeah, can you guys hear the music? Let me know. No music. This is bullcrap. Bear with me a second, you guys. Let's deal with it. I love that all this worked before. Everything was working before, and now it doesn't. Desktop audio is not doing. How about now? Desktop audio, file, settings, audio. Desktop audio is the headphones. Okay. You have music now, yeah? Okay, good. All right. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, when I updated to Windows 11, I lost my Restream application, and now I have to use the browser, which I don't like, because of this. If it closes, I lose it all. So. All right. And like I always do, which is to open up what I'm working on. Like, I'm sure if anybody's joining me now, they're probably like grossed out. Like, what the hell is that? So let's turn everything back on. I'll do a couple screenshots and then I can work. So here, I really want to work on this bridge too. So let's get the light on. A bit. All right, cool. So the good thing about having these polygroups is I can just click on them with the gizmo and select the thing I want, and just kind of keep on moving. You might have seen this piece and been like, this looks familiar. I don't know where I saw it. And that's because it was on the ZBrush installer. So shout out to Pixologic for putting me down with that. I thought that was pretty cool. And the plan on this is definitely to print this out. Look forward to that. So the idea is when this is done, this will look like one membrane that's all kind of stretched together and pulling apart, almost like taffy, right? So now I think I will Dynamesh these together and then keep it moving. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make sure that this end is hidden in the mesh. Maybe make it bigger too. Yeah, like that. It's in the chat now. Let's put this here. Your voice is all the music we need. Thank you, Bradley. You mentioned a brush. This is the tube. Is this the tube shape? Is the tube shape a custom? No. The brush is, that was just a curved flat strap that I used. And I just extruded it out, gave it some thickness. And then dynamic subdivisions to it. Discord link. Hey, Bradley, go ahead and keep kind of hitting the thing with, I don't know if it's gonna, you know what, if you do it, they'll probably take it out. Let me do it. Forgot to tell Pixologic not to say that that is spam. It's not spam. All right, so, it's Stylized, right? So if I were to, I'll change this for a little while and then I'll change it back. But if I go to my borders, the link is this right here, hashtag Stylized. All right, so I'll just leave that there for a little while till they tell me not to. I do what I want, playa. Actually, you know what? There's a whole lot of people promoting stuff a whole lot harder than I do on here, so I don't feel bad about it. They know who they are. Okay. All right, so now these are all kind of together where I want them. I actually gotta make this a little thicker on the end like that. Okay. So I'm looking at this sculpt. I believe this is Spider Zero right here, but I'm looking at that, and that's the look I want because that is really dope, actually. Okay. Simon Lee, if you don't follow him, he goes by Spider Zero, and he's amazing. All right, so now I just solo this out. I'm going to just Dynamesh this together. Make sure my Dynamesh is turned up high enough that it doesn't turn to, you know, I don't lose the detail. Hit project and maybe polish, and I can leave blur on, that's fine. Whoa, you know what? Let's apply the subdivisions first. There you go, now Dynamesh it. There you go. That's what I wanted. How big is this? Oh, it's not that big. Sculptris Pro. Why is it not? It's weird. The smooth isn't working. That works. There you go. That's what I wanted. Now I can just go in and kind of sculpt in some stuff on top of it to make it look extra gnarly. Forgot I had Sculptris Pro turned on. All right, I'm gonna turn off Sculptris Pro and just sculpt. So let's smooth out this a little more. And then getting a little confusing here. So let's this, another Dynamesh. Make this feel a little more organic than it does. Less like tubes. More like a horribly disfigured young man. You know what I'm talking about. Unless you haven't seen the movie and then you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Watch the movie, seriously, you guys. If you haven't. I had my students the other day and I was talking about how dope it was. And they just didn't know what it was. I had no idea. So I made that homework over the Christmas break. Watch Akira and Ninja Scroll also. So it's starting to look a little more like what I want here. Yeah. Hey Mike, what's your take on display tablet compared to regular tablet for sculpting? So I love working on my Cintiq. I used to work on, and I mean I still do, right? So like if I'm out and about, I'm using my Sense Labs tablet, which is kind of like an Intuos. And if I am in my studio, which I am now, I use my Cintiq, and I love them both. You know, like I really like the idea of working right on the screen because it's way more tactile for me, and I came from a traditional background of painting, so this feels more like where I want to be. You know, it's like 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other. I will tell you this: when I was strictly working on Intuos tablet, I was doing a big project for Hasbro, and I had to do like 30 G.I. Joe illustrations, I think, and I ended up almost getting carpal tunnel. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. What a mess. Let me open up ZBrush again, and I don't think it saved anything. Well, we'll see. Maybe it did. Thank you. Thank you. Daisuke, what's up? All right. If I get 3 of these, then I gotta tap out. Hopefully. The good news is that was the first one. Bad news is that was the first one. All right, let's open this up. Word. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everyone. Somehow Twitch is promoting me Nerf guns. Well, listen, Nerf guns are dope. First of all, they're way more expensive than I remember them. Did it save it? All right, well, it kind of saved it. I'll save some of it. Save as. Let's call this tab. Okay. All right. So I got my chat, which is nice, and I don't have to use the my browser window, so that's pretty dope. All right, let's cut off the Cintiq screen and turn on ZBrush, which is on there. Excellent. Okay. Follow this out. I think this time what I'll do is I'm going to, let's make a copy of this. Oh, I want to use the knife brushes. Skip. Nice. All right. And then group this. W. One good thing about this crash is I'm going to work smart, not hard. So if you're just joining me, I'm working on my Tetsuo Akira Tetsuo piece. That's what is over on the left there. And I just am making some kind of gnarly pieces to make this thing look really kind of fleshy. And if anybody's seen John Carpenter's The Thing, that's the look that I want to go for here. And then I'm going to print it out. Snake hook action. Okay, to tell me, I know. Okay. Maybe a couple more. All right, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Now I have like a bunch of them that are all the same poly group, so I'll just hit auto groups. Now everything has its own group. I love using ZModeler for everything, really. I use it to kind of figure out my base mesh of whatever it is I'm working on, and then it just saves me tons of time. So if you guys don't use ZModeler, you're missing out, man. All right, that'll work. So now I'm just thinking as I look at this, I could probably save it and use it as like the webbing, you know, like a part of the webbing for one of my pieces, Carnage, or does Carnage have webs? I don't know, like Spider-Man or something. All right, cool. So that's good. Now, let's see what I missed in the chat. Start with the blue screen. Oh, that's me. I'm reading my own self. You don't know. Don't you love blue screens? Yeah, they're the best. Okay. How long did it take you to finish the 30 G.I. Joe illustrations? Oh, so that took, I think they gave me, it was like 2 months or something like that. And actually the 30 things wasn't G.I. Joe. That was the DC Unlimited, whatever the heck it was, Infinite Earths, which is, it's over here. For real? Oh my gosh, man. Okay. So apparently now that doesn't work either. I really love spending a whole lot of money on a machine and then the shit just stops working. Sorry I cussed. I'm pissed off, you guys. Force quit, Taskmaster. Now Edge doesn't work. So, end task. There you go. All right, let's try it again. Let's try this one more time. Okay. So over here. Now you can't see this because I'm on my ZBrush screen, but I'm actually, magic of television, I'm actually going to show you what these pieces I'm talking about look like. Screen here. All right, so the G.I. Joe pieces were these, and oh, where'd they go? These, and you can see I had a few of them. This is when I really started to get a problem though, because I had to put a lot of detail into these guys. But where I really started feeling it was with these DC Infinite Earth guys. Like these things took a while, and it's constantly, my hand is down at the side and I'm painting all day long with my hand down on the side, and I blew out my wrist pretty bad. So anyway, that's that. here again. Quick saves are clutch. Yeah, no doubt. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna save again just because you said that. Save as, because who knows? All right, so now I will apply my, let's apply the subdivisions, turn on this thing. You can't even see it because it's all buried in the mesh because I was doing it blind. Let's put this over here. So it's gonna look something like this. And polish by features. I want to get this to be a little more. Let's do this one, polish by groups. Actually, solo. How many subdivisions do I have here? Because I don't need this many. Yeah, let's go to 2. Yeah. Delete lower, delete higher. Go back into ZModeler. This is like too dense for me, so I'm gonna get rid of some of these loops here. So that's cool. And by deleting these subdivisions, if you're not subdivisions, these edge loops, it just makes the area cleaner. Like I don't have as much definition there because there are less polygons. So I can block out exactly what I want, get it into position, and then I can add details back. But I'm not there yet. I don't need a whole bunch of geometry here. All right, so let's save this. Okay, yes. What's up, Turbo Graph Fleur? Upgrading from core to full ZBrush. Yeah, full ZBrush is dope. I have the students in my school are using core, and I show them the things that you can do on the full version of ZBrush that you can't do in core, such as ZRemeshing and the ZModeler and all that stuff. And it is worth the upgrade. I'll tell you that much. All right, so now let's give this like a couple of subdivisions. There you go, that's better. All right, delete lower, and now what I want to do is I want to dynamesh this all together. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clone this off onto its own layer, on its own group here, and make a duplicate of it and kind of store the shape of it, do a history save state there. It's on solo now, and I will hit polish, project, and maybe even turn on a little blur and dynamesh this. There you go. It's actually not bad. That'll do. All right, so I like that. And now I can sculpt in some details. I need to get my reference back because when I crashed, I lost it. So I'm gonna save this as gross stuff. It's a scientific term. Get heady for you guys here, but I did go to school. What this is going to do? Open Pure Ref again. It's right in front of me. Load. Recent Akira. There you go. Recent Akira. Okay. So I am going to print this, but I do want it to feel like this, right? Like this is crazy. This is a dope illustration, by the way. But I do want it to feel very much like I said, John Carpenter's The Thing is the reference that I like. You know, just stuff is tearing apart. It's really gross. So, all right. It's here. Start sculpting some stuff. So if you missed it, we had my friend Eric Sosa came on Stylist League for a session. It was 4 weeks of us sculpting, and it was cool because I got to talk to him about, you know, pieces of his that I really liked and techniques of his, and he even shared a brush. He tells you how to make it. So if you go back and watch some of our earlier episodes on our YouTube, you can see how to make this brush I'm using right now, which I call, wait for it, the Eric Sosa brush. A very creative titler. Made that up all on my own, you guys. But yeah, we've had some dope guests on. Redbeard came on the show. Michael Pavlovich was on there dropping gems. So if you... Here, let me put the thing. If you go to Stylist League on either Discord or YouTube, you can see some of the stuff that we're doing over there. And we basically choose a topic of what we want to work on, and we have 4 weeks to get as far on it as we can before we have to change subjects and move on to the next thing. So this was a piece that I started on there originally, and I was like, you know what? I want to finish this thing and print it. So that's what we're doing now. Okay. Now, like I said, I do have some really dope Pablo Munoz brushes from, what does he have? ZBrush Guides. I got some of his brushes, and they do this type of a thing, and it looks amazing. I just don't know where they are right now, so helps if you know where things are. Close holes here. There you go. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way with my damn standard and my clay build-up and inflate until I get something that looks kind of the way I want. Also, I'm gonna turn off the secondary light because it's confusing as hell. Let's turn that off. This backlight is not making life easy. That there. Okay, it's better. So Tetsuo is going to be kind of stylized too. He's not going to be more realistic, you know, like I've been doing with my superhero stuff. So it's going to be more like this guy. If you weren't here earlier, I was showing him. This is an Iron Fist that I worked on, where the muscles are still there, but I kind of made a lot of flats and stuff like that, right? Like if you look at his calf muscle, it's you know, nice hard line and kind of planar in spots, right? So I'll print it out and it'll look like this, and I'll put it all together and we'll keep it moving. But I like that stylized look a lot, you know, so I want to do that. Always been a fan of guys like Shane Olson and Matt Thorpe, Redbeard. So that's what I want. Please don't crash. There you go. That was weird. Probably should save. Let me save real quick. All right, let's see what I missed. A 1,000 reference images. Yeah, this is a small board for me, Dan. Believe it. Stretchy Bible. Yep. Gonna need a print of this. My daughter's middle name is Akira. No way. Really? That's dope. Oh, what happened to everything? What just happened? Okay. Everything on my screen disappeared. That's not a good sign, you guys. That's back. Jeez. Just so you know, and now ZBrush doesn't work. Really? No. Save tool. Close that. Alright. I'm going to save again. I've been having terrible luck with my computer lately, just so you know that. So there's a good chance that I'll have another blue screen. Stylized, Akira, just find in my folder, whip, ZBrush, save. There you go. Okay. And I lost my pure ref. Where'd that go? That is excellent. Okay. Do some moving around. So if you're new to ZBrush, I like to increase the size of my brush when I am using Sculptris Pro to kind of erase away details, and then I can get the forms I'm looking for, and then I'll shrink down my brush when I want to add tessellation to the piece and give it more detail, right? So like if I turn on polymesh, you can see that there are some, let's come over here, I'll make it big. So like if I smooth this, you get big triangles, right? Which is good for kind of knocking back detail. And then if I want to add detail, I just shrink down my brush in. You see the triangles are much smaller. So you can selectively add geometry, which is one of my favorite things about this. Then when I'm happy, I'll, like let's say right now this is cool. Right? Now what I can do is, let's do a ZRemesh on this. Right, so I'm going to take this and duplicate it. It's soloed out so you can only see this piece. And you can see right now that I have like all of these little tiny triangles everywhere. So the first thing I'll do is come over to, what did I just do? What that was. Oh, I still have Dynamesh turned on. Let's turn that off. I'm gonna do a history save state by just kind of holding control and clicking on the slider up here, the history slider. And now I'm going to ZRemesh this, and hopefully I keep some detail. See what it looks like with, I don't know, like 15. Detect edges, keep groups, turn down smooth groups because I don't really want to smooth it out too much. And I'll hit ZRemesh and see what happens. Looks like some clay buildup variation. Is that about right? Yeah, kind of. Okay, there you go. So you know what? It's not bad, right? So now what I would do, actually that's not bad at all. So now I can divide this and project back those details that I had. I don't have to do a whole lot of projecting because I didn't do very much, but boom, there you go. All right, so now I can look at this one and this one. They look the same. This is almost 200,000 points. This is 56,000. So, because I'm still kind of in the sketchy phase, I don't want to have a whole lot of, you know, resolution here because I'm just figuring it out. I'll add it as I need it, kind of. Also, let's look at the placement of this thing next to the rest of the arm. Oh, you know what? I want a clone. Back over to the good one, and let's hide this. Where is it? There it is. Okay, hide that and paste. Okay. Now turn off solo. There you go. Where'd the piece go? Okay, there it is. All right, so maybe I'll make it this color of this stuff on the other side there. And I want it to be shiny too. So maybe I will select my toy plastic shader, toy plastic, and fill this with mRGB. So I get material and color and hit fill. There you go. All right, so that looks pretty gross, I think. It's back. Now the only thing about the shaders is going to make it hard to see what I'm doing, so let's cut that off. And it's one of those things where you just kind of find the shapes, you know, like I think the trick to this is knowing when to stop more than anything else, you know, go too far. But can you go too far with Tetsuo's bloated mutant arm? I don't think you can. Say no, you cannot. I'm going to ask you guys at the end of this to do me a favor. Remind me that I need to pay my daughter's tuition when I get out of here. Can't forget that. Very important. And I've forgotten twice today. Not good. So this is kind of how I did the Venom piece that I was working on before. It's just, you know, dragging out pieces, dragging out pieces and inflating and doing all kinds of weird stuff. I need water. This piece is kind of fun for me because I don't really do a lot of creature design, you know? Like, I'm usually just a character guy. You also get some really cool, unexpected things. I guess Bob Ross would call them happy accidents. When you stretch out the mesh to the point where it's about to break, and then kind of inflate and smooth and do stuff like that. You know, you get some cool stuff happening. I noticed that Ashley Adams works that way, and I love when she'll just look like she's tearing a mesh to pieces, and when she's done, it's just this really awesome whatever it is. Oh, Ashley's going to be a guest on Stylist League. Forgot to say that. We are going to have Ashley on the start of the year. So we got MJ on tonight. MJ Sculpts has been on with us. We've been working on DC supervillains, and tonight is our last night before the holiday break. And when we come back, we have the one and only A Cubed in the house doing stuff with us. If you guys our regulars, for me, thank you for tuning in. I don't know that I say that enough to you guys. I appreciate you. I think I'm coming up on, it's got to be near 75 streams now for Pixologic, and you know, it's been a long fun journey of learning the whole streaming process. And you know, believe it or not, when I was younger, I was a very introverted dude, and I didn't really kind of come out of my shell until I went to college and learned that, you know, talking to people and having a good time is not going to kill you. So I don't know why I brought that up. Sharing today, I know what it is. Maybe oversharing. Anyway. That's funny, most of that you can't even see. I think I'm going to move that somewhere where it's a little more prominent. You know what? No. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to use it twice. Don't tell anybody. Okay, that's actually not too bad. All right, what I miss? All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna catch up on this chat. Save this, don't crash, don't blue screen. Yes, all right. In the year 2000. I'll miss these streams sadly. We're gonna keep on streaming. Calm down, everyone. One thing I know for a fact, ZBrush is still ZBrush. Streamers are still streaming. I mean, there will be a small change. You guys are gonna have to send checks directly to me for any future purchases, but I mean, it's a small price to pay for a dope piece of software. What else did I miss? Win tab by accident? Yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah, absolutely. So Jones, Chua, Simon Lee, Eric Sosa, Takia, Shiflet Brothers, all definitely great sculptors. Do I use a 3D mouse? I have a 3D mouse that my streaming partner Bradley sent me. It's right here. It's right here. Very cool. I like it. It looks very futury, but I like to have it next to my desk. I use it all the time to keep papers from flying off my desk. Hello, Memes or Evan. Love the tablet cam setup. Is that still on? Oh, good, it is. Are you pissed at the Maxon Pixologic merger? No, not at all. Any advice on creating cracks and creases in your concrete slab over there? Yeah, I could do that. Make a note of it. Concrete cracks. All right, I have some nice brushes for that. I'm sure you pay the tuition for your daughter. Yeah, thanks. Hey, at the end, don't let me forget at the end, but thank you. Thank you so much. Now I'll stop the stream right now. You know what? I'm writing stuff down. How about I write down pay? Important things. I got cracks on this piece of paper. Pay tuition today. Please. Tuition and rent. T in the house. What's up, B? You get an alarm so you can call right after the show. Yeah. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like somebody's dragging a muffler on the ground there. Hey, Maricat. Do you think we may get last updates before that merger? I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. They gave us all the awesome update. Please. Yeah, I would honestly, and this is just me, and I don't know anything about this, but I would be shocked if the gravy train of free updates continues, you guys. Like, I think we might have had it too good for too long. And I only say that because there's a lot of other pieces of software that I use that don't give free updates. And I would use ZBrush and hate on those guys all the more, but that's just business. So, but I really would be surprised if we keep getting free updates, man. Think of all that money we saved over the years. So now we can, you know, pay for it. It's not going to hurt so bad. If we pay for it. Again, I don't know anything. It's all speculation from me. Uh-oh, turn that inside out. That was crazy. Do that. Okay, let's turn this intensity down. That's good. Let's see. What I miss? Thanks, Dean. Hey, Tim Slug. Share this wisdom, brother. Do you wing it for the poses, or do you create them from a template? So this pose, one of my really good friends, Brad Grotman, is an animator and he rigs. And whenever I'm doing anything, I will show it to Brad and he gives me a little red line over it or gives me notes as how to make it much better. And in this instance, he did a Tetsuo that I was like, yo, that pose is crazy. So I just, I gave him mine, he did a revision, and I followed his lead, and I think it's like 1,000 times better now than it was before, honestly. Just like really, I like for stuff to be super dynamic and look like it's moving when it's standing still. So that's that. I'm also gonna do a robot arm for him. I'm not a good robot guy, so let's turn off the monster arm, and then the mech arm is going to be something like this, probably. Jeez. You know, but I still got to do the fingers and everything. This is just a sketch for the arm. All right, I think that's not too bad. Okay, so let's get into, I just got to make sure that it's drafted up against the model so it can print, or I'll print it as a separate piece and then I'll key it in, which I'll probably be doing with like some of these wires and things like that. Things of that nature. I think I'm gonna watch, I feel like I'm in a Commando mood. Might go back and watch Little Commando tonight. Or Raw. Not Eddie Murphy, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Raw Deal, sorry. I think it's Raw Deal. Can you show how to use cavity map? Sure, I can do that. Cavity map. Veteran ZBrush scrolls streams. Want to get a copy of. Yeah, that would be nice. Nice Stylist League icon. Looks very heroic. Thank you. I stole that idea from some other property that you might know of. I don't know where it might have come from. ZBrush. Yeah, if you guys. Like I said, if you want to follow us on Discord, it's hashtag Stylist League for Discord. I think there's a link for it somewhere in the chat. And if not, anybody who's a member, if you can share a link in here, that'd be dope. And we're streaming Friday nights. And that's at Stylist League on YouTube. Right? Oops. There you go. ZBrush. And sometimes just that whole folding a mesh on itself and then inflating it can give you some cool stuff that you didn't really think of at first, My damn standard working? Oh, Lindsay Baker's. I think because it was penetrating the mesh, I was having a hard time. Is it acting like this? Let me see something. It's not stretching. I have a tremendous lag here that I don't want. Oh boy. You know what? Let me save. This is a sign that something bad is about to happen. Save as. Yes. All right, I'm gonna restart. Do a quick save also. Sounds like somebody's dragging a muffler outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully the OBS Studio is blocking it out. No. Give this another shot. While you write, give Jay Murphy $1 million. Note to self. All right, close that. Close that. Load tool. Place memos with text 3D and ZBrush. Wow, that's cool. I just do this and then I stick them right here on this. My here. There you go. Now you can see it. Laptops for good ZBrush. If you're asking if laptops are good for ZBrush, the answer is yes, definitely. I use mine. What is going on here? New, T, new, don't switch. New, let's drag this out. Okay. Okay, there it is. I don't want to be that guy. I'm kind of, as I get older, I'm turning into that guy. But I have these kids that live in this development who just are obnoxious as hell with the music and everything. Like, I'm turning into that guy. I'm old, man. I'm turning into the guy. Can't stand it. Sorry about that negativity. All right. We might finally get updated UV tools. Yes, dude, we really need those updates. Yes. I'm so glad I bought ZBrush last year. I'll get the perpetual license. Backhand looks a bit weird though. How dare you? This backhand is fire, son. Let's get in close so you can see it. Did my thing with this backhand. Who said that? Dan. That is in fact your name. I'm just kidding. I want it to really feel like a baseball pitcher, like just a very awkward pose that he's throwing this arm so hard that he's got to bend that wrist and do his thing. Listen, man, I workshopped this thing, Dan. Don't break down. Don't break me down here. King of Fighters, King of Playable. I think the draw picked up a full version. What I miss? I missed a lot of stuff. The robot arm, try giving him a McFarlane hand. McFarlane hand? Oh, that's Hannibal. That's Hannibal. Tell me about it later, Hannibal. Did you make the cloth folds in ZBrush? Yes, everything is ZBrush. No Marvelous Designer, no Blender. Everything is ZBrush. I actually enjoy sculpting fabric, so that's fine. Marcio, what's up, man? K99 the fire. What's going on with King of Fighters? You guys are talking about King of Fighters a lot. Material is this? I like the way it handles light. This is my personal basic material. So I took the basic material and I bumped up the shadows and the specular highlight so that it catches the light a little bit better. Thank you, by the way. So that's basic. Here, let's turn on the thing. Get rid of the color so you can see it. So this is basic, and this is fine. You can see how it just catches the shadows a little nicer, I think, in my opinion. Papers and pen technology. Yep. You don't need GPU for ZBrush. How to delete creases. How to delete creases, you can just select them and go to uncrease under geometry. So you can hit crease, uncrease right here, or uncrease all to get rid of all of them. Or you can use ZModeler, and there is a crease tool. So if we come over here to this thing, and I go crease, if I hold Alt on my keyboard or Option on a Mac, I can uncrease. So that's what you do. All right, let's get back at it. Thank you for ZBrush from Russia. Hey, you're very welcome. How you make the bumps on the shoe sole? Bumps on the shoes. Oh, okay. I'll show you that. So the shoes, let's come over to Subtool. I'll go to 8, and let's turn off everything except for the feet. So turn on shoes. And I'll go to the upper, right? So I have my son had these Yeezys, so I made them. It's like, why not give them to Tetsuo? But yeah, if I turn off the texture, let's go to surface and turn this off. Turn off the noise. All right. I got my laces. Let's turn off solo. So my laces are just curve tubes that I've extruded and placed where I want them. The back strap was just a piece of geo that, again, it was a lace, or not a lace, a curve strap that I just drew out and sculpted to look like the little handle thing on the shoes, right? The sole was just the bottom of this upper that I extruded out, and then I stretched it to kind of feel like the Yeezy. And then what else we got? Those bumps. The way I did those was, I believe, let me see. Let's grab this sole and solo it out. Yeah, so I think what I did was I selected poly loops, like alternate poly loops, and deleted every other one. I think that's how I did it. And then I just kind of drew them out, and I got this thing. And it was cool because I did poly group all, and it gave it this nice little rainbow effect, which now I can select those individually and do whatever I want with them. But it really helps to sell the look of the shoe. So then, yeah, then I put the front on of the sole. That's this piece. And this is the original sole, I think, that I used to make. Yeah, I used this to make those ribs that are on the outside. Just kind of selecting them and extracting them out. That gave me the look. That is the shoes up in here. But it really comes together when you turn on the texture of the upper, I think. Right. Oh, okay. So I got to do, I'll do a cavity mask since that's fast, and then I'll get into cracks. So for the cavity mask, the way I would paint these pants to give it more detail, I did a cavity mask to get the grotesque arm. So let's do it for the pants also. Solo these out, come up here, look at what I have. Right, and let's turn off color. Color for everything. All right, now you can see I kind of scribed in the seams on the pants, and that helps me out a lot because when I want to paint, on here not so much, right? But if I want to break up a surface to get a clean line, having that well in between the colors really kind of helps me to keep my brush nice and straight on the model and get good lines. So if we look at, oops. If we look at this leg, you can see it's a similar thing where even down in the shoes, you know, they're cut in pretty deep. I can't get it to focus because it's looking at me. Let's try the IP bow. So yeah, like all those details are carved in, and that's gonna, I cut them in really deep, which on the screen looks like way too much, but then when you print it, it's perfect. So you can really tell here where I did it on the dragon, because it was super hard to paint. Like that tail is super thin, so it helps to have you know, the lines scribed in. Anyway, anybody that's interested in 3D printing, that's a long way to answer the question. Team backhand for the win. How do you get the wrinkles in the pants without ruining the pant leg crease? Without ruining the pant leg crease. So I do the wrinkles in the pants first, then I draw in the crease. Problem solved. The other way around doesn't work so well for me. Yeah. All right, so, okay, cavity mask. It's gonna be easier to see if I do something like switch to a flat shade, but first let's go to just, I don't know, like, let's go to skin shade. There you go. And then now what I can do is I can go to my masking. Usually takes me a couple times to get it the way I want, but let's do cavity mask. I'm going to turn up the intensity, turn up the blur, turn down the intensity. Right, so I can get something like this, which is okay. Let's move this down here a little and see what I get. All right, so that's getting too much, right? Maybe it would be good if I was going for just the highlight areas, but I really only want to get the shadows right now. So let's come back and do this. Then maybe do a blur for the mask, like that. It's a very inexact science here of doing a lot of back and forth and growing and blurring and all that. Like, let me blur it one more time. Okay, so then I would invert the mask and hide it. So just turn off the view mask like that and select my color. So if I go back to my, turn on all my colors like that, and let's get rid of the skin shade. I really am not a fan of skin shade unless I need to see what I'm doing. So let's go to flat color and turn this down to black. I like to turn my RGB intensity down and kind of build it up. So I'll make it like 10, go to color, and just fill a couple of, whoa. That was weird. Okay, undo that. Go to basic material, set it to white. Do I not have, oh, I had the pencil turned off, you guys. That's not good. All right, so now let's go to the skin shade so I can see. Set this to black. Intensity is at 10 and color fill. So I'll just do this a couple times until I start to get those creases. And if I go back to the basic material, it's just kind of hard to see. Let's turn up the light so you can see it. So as I fill this with the color, kind of comes together, right? And I don't want it to get like, it almost looks like some type of a filter on those edges. So sometimes I'll just hand paint it now that I have the mask. You know, I'll grab my standard brush, fill it with black, and then just kind of go in and, whoa, turn off add and turn on color. And then I'll just go in and kind of hit some of these recesses a little deeper, darker rather. So, and it really sells the piece. Turn down the intensity. RGB's at 100 right now, so I'll turn that down. And if ever I find that I go too far with this, I'll grab my pants color and I'll just drop it right on top of everything. So now I'll get this pant color here, turn down the RGB intensity, and let's see what it looks like flat colors here, like so. Make sure I just have my color turned on, and then I'll just fill. Right, and that's slowly kind of blending those colors together. So it's hard to tell on here, but if we go back to the basic material and turn the light down, it should be a little bit easier to see it. Anyway, that's the way I do it. So once I get all of like the nasty cracks and crevices that I want on the arm, I'll do the same thing. What happened to all of my, I lost my little tendrils. Let's see. Oh no, where did my stuff go? No, I don't like that. All my tendrils are gone. What happened to my stuff? Quick save. Go back to this one. Nope, don't save this. There you go. Save as. Oh, I opened the wrong file. Okay. Woo! That was a close one. All right. Mike, Stylist League. What's up, MJ? MJ is on tonight. He's been on this month. It's our last stream. Not tonight, tomorrow night. It's our last Stylist League for the year. Before Christmas. So MJ is going to be on with us. League of Us. Hello, Mike. Hello, League of Us. Thanks for making this session chill and relax. Thanks, man. It's kind of what I do. It's all good. Mike T doing his thing. The T see us. Yeah, Mark had such a good sculpt. Thank you, Mari Cat. Okay. Alrighty then. What else we got going on here? Big sale going on ZBrush, 10% off. 100 messages. Mike, when it comes to making pockets, how would you approach that for the front and backs? Yeah, so for those pockets, I think I made separate geo and then I just kind of booleaned it together, and I did actually. So the pants originally were pocketless. It was just the butt, you guys, no pockets. So what I did was I just kind of extracted the general shape, and then using ZModeler, I got the nice kind of edge around it like that. And then when I was happy with it, I took the pockets, turned those on, and turned on the pants, and I booleaned them together. Now, Tetsuo in the movie has, I'm trying to figure out, he doesn't have cargo pants on, but I feel like he has, forget what I was gonna say. I was gonna give him some more pockets, but I'm not gonna. He's got enough pockets. He's reached his pocket quota. That's how I did it. Let's see what else. Thoughts on the channel closing and moving to max on ZBrush instead? Will you move? I don't think they're gonna do that, and I don't think we'll have to move. I think that if that happens, it probably all just is organic. It probably all moves together. What's up? N3 Joe? NQ Joe? Something Joe. A few questions in a new ED. How many days should I study if I want to get fast results? It was hard to learn ZBrush for you at first time. Yeah. ZBrush, like anything else, you know, took me a while to, you know, to get to the level that I'm at now. What do they say? Easy to get into, hard to master? Not really hard to master. Just put in your 10,000 hours and you can do anything. I believe in you, even though I cannot pronounce your name. I believe in you. All right, let's get some color back. Oh, concrete. Let's do that concrete, because you know what? I need to make some more cracks in here. Let's do that. I think if I go over here, I have, oh, this is not just the base. So for this one, this will be just the base. Turn off everything. Onto the base. Turn on this part. What's this on? Turn this on. And his little feet. Little feet. Come on, why are they on? What is this? It is, oh, the old body. Let's turn that off. There you go. All right, and then I don't need this anymore. This is trash. Where is it though? Oh crap. Ugh. Do this one more time, you guys. Accidentally hit the show all button. So if you see these like real, you know, kind of geometric boxes here, that's what I use to make everything, like all of this, except for the rebar. That was an insert mesh that I kind of drew out the lines. But for this part, like say I want to make some more broken pieces, what I can do is I can just take these things and drag them around, and then I start to give them detail. But I don't need these now, so let's come back over here. I had some rocks that some were insert meshes, some that's not supposed to be there. Well, this is, but it's gotta go. Some were insert meshes, and some were the pieces that like you can tell that I did myself. And then same thing for like this big barrier piece here. Now this is where I started to detail. So I'll be continuing to do this kind of stuff in addition to adding cracks into the whole deal. Like this part up here is the concrete, but as you can see, it's way too soft right now. So let's do something about that, shall we? This piece is just a sketch right now, but it will look like, you know, almost like somebody punched the ground, the Hulk or something, and it kind of like spidered out and broke. So I'm going to start with something simple like this brick up here. Solo that out. And the way that I got some of these forms was I love using the knife brush and knife lasso. So I'll just turn that on and then just kind of do something like, do I have divisions? Maybe you can't have the thing hidden. Let's see. Yeah. So I can't hide it. But like if I just kind of just drag out some different areas, I can get these real kind of organic chipping action things happening here. I'm a wordsmith, you guys. I speak very well. So like this is how I pretty much got the, don't go backwards. That's not a good thing. That's how I got the shape of the broken concrete to start with. Big fan of this knife brush, for real. I do want to turn off color though. It's doing color. It's applying color and I don't want to do that. All right, whatever. So if I want to add cracks to this though, what I'll do is I'll just grab one of my brushes, kind of like an orbs crack brush, which I believe comes with ZBrush now. I think it does. So let's come over here. Brushes. What is it? Noise ramp stitch. Okay, so yeah, over here on flatten. No, not that. All right. Well, I personally, maybe in slash. So you could use the slash brush to get some of this, right? Like say we use /1. It kind of dragged out. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. I can't wait for the new Matrix. I'm thinking of the girl with the blonde hair when she's about to get unplugged. She totally got unplugged, you guys. Not like this. Bye, Blondie. Boom. Sad. I didn't like her. I don't know why. I guess because everybody else had black hair and she had blonde hair. Bothered me. What do I want to do here? This is... It just doesn't have enough geometry. Let me do this. Oh, the other thing too about when you use that lasso tool is every one of these surfaces that are left gets their own polygroup, which is nice because let's say I wanted to... Let's come over here. Let's say I wanted to add a noise pattern only in the parts where I just chipped off those edges. So what I can do here is I can invert the mask, right? And go to my, I can go to, let's do this. I'm gonna actually put some geo in there. So I'll grab my standard brush, I'll grab my spray pattern, and I'll get like this alpha 7. Turn off my color and turn on my subtract. So now I can do something like this and get like a noise pattern. I can also go to surface noise and add noise. This brick doesn't have nearly enough geometry to do what I'm trying to do, but this is kind of dope now because I'm not affecting the rest of the brick. And if I blur it a little bit, then I do it, and then kind of blur the edges, you get some cool kind of Ricky effects, if you will. Right? I got a statue coming out for Sideshow where I went like full ham on it. I had to do some concrete. I went to town, son. Can't wait. It's supposed to be coming out before the end of the year, I hope. I hope. All right, this piece I believe has more geo, so we can do some more interesting things to it. Let's see. Actually, no, this is all low res. All right, I'm gonna divide everything here. Let's just divide it all. There you go. All right, so in my brushes, let's go to, you can do this with the brushes that are in ZBrush. I have some brushes that I like called the orbs brushes. I have something called a wear and tear folder. And in that I have these orbs brushes that have like orbs cracks. So with this I can, that's not looking the way I want. Hold on a sec. Turn up my intensity. And then I can drag out like some nice cracks with this. I think I just don't have enough geo here. I need to either divide this or use Sculptris Pro. So I think what I'll do is I'll use Sculptris Pro. Then geometry is not a thing. Delete lower. Turn on Sculptris Pro. Let's hide everything except for this piece. And now if I do this, I should get, yeah, like that's what it's supposed to look like, right? And you can get some nice spidering effects going on here if you want to do it this way, right? Smooth and do it some more. I also have some that are already, like all you do is drag them out, and I like those too. So if we come over to where, and oh no, I have these crack brushes. I love these. I think I got this on either Gumroad or ArtStation, but this is where I would hit like the final pass and just turn off color on that. Doesn't look the way I want. All right, let's do this. Get rid of Sculptris Pro. I'm gonna divide this one more time. This is gonna be big. All right, 7 million polygons. But in order to do this high frequency work, you gotta have the polygons, baby. So now I can kind of hit this, and you can see that it starts to look more like what I want. So ideally, what I would do here is I'd like mask this part. Right, and now I can get that look that I was talking to you about before. Like just drag this out. Get something that looks kind of nice. So let's switch to something else. Maybe this one. Right, and I can get something like that. So. See, then it starts to look like concrete, unlike the pillows that I had it looking like before. Now, had I left the poly groups that are made naturally using that knife brush, then I wouldn't have to mask this stuff. But you know, I didn't. So you see, it doesn't take that long to get what I want. I could also, oh, now the displacement looks like it's a little heavy too, so I probably would want to drag back the focal shift. Where's my focal shift? Of course, when I made my new, when I made my new focal shift is where it's under draw. No. Somebody tell me what focal shift is. I want to drag it back. Let's just switch to one of the default, let's see, draw palette. draw. Field of view, focal length. Draw size. Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so I just kind of pull that back and then, thank you very much. Why is it still not right? Draw. Let's pull this up onto my palette. So this is a good opportunity to show something that I use a lot. I like to have at the ready. So I would hit config and enable customize like that. Now if I go to draw and I drag the focal shift, I think I have to hold Control and Alt, is that it? And then yeah, I can drag it over here and I can place it on my palette. Now, of course, oh, they have room. Can I put it here? Oh, okay. I'll put it right there. All right, so I can put that there and then I can grab the draw size and I can put that maybe here. All right, so now I like it. I would go to Preferences, turn off Enable Customize, and then Store config. And now what will happen is every time I start up ZBrush, I don't have to hunt around for stuff. So let's see if I turn that up a little bit. Yeah, so actually what I want to do is turn it up, not turn it down. Okay, so smooth that out. And now if I just kind of mask this part, I can kind of get that effect again. All right. Yeah, so there is that. I have a whole bunch of more kind of cracks, like this is a good one that I can just kind of drag out into this guy. I would probably want to turn up my intensity on this. Oh, focal shift is right there when I hit the shift bar right in front of me. I forgot. But yeah, so now I can go in, let's say I want to have a crack across the top of this. I can do this kind of stuff. And let's get it to follow the edge of this thing. Yeah, so like something like that, if I wanted to. This one's pretty dope. I like this a lot. You know, so this is kind of what I do at the end, but I do want this to look more like concrete. So now's as good a time as any, I think. Try not to overuse stuff because you will see it. So really it's just kind of varying up your brushes and using those where you will. Also where it makes sense too, right? Like if there's a stress fracture, it's probably going to happen towards the thinner end of this thing. And, you know, because it's cracked away from the base or from the rest of it, you know, so maybe I'll put a piece like that. Turn everything back on and turn off solo, and you can see that that's what you get. You got to be careful too, because sometimes it'll go through your mesh, so backface mask is good to have on, or just hit your H polish and kind of tap it down. I use H polish to get the edge deformation on these pieces, just to quickly kind of get that look, and I like it, so. It's a good way to make your stuff feel a little less uniform, a little more regular. And it's fun. It's fun too. you guys are finding any of this helpful or you like it, please subscribe to my YouTube, which is at Mike T Artwork without the S. It's above me right here. And also subscribe to the Stylist League YouTube. You can find me and Bradley and guests on there on Friday evenings. If you're on the West Coast, Friday after, well, it's a little later than afternoon. We start at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard, so 3 o'clock your time. And we usually go for a couple hours. Another thing is we have been jumping out of the stream and not ready to go to bed. We kind of hop into the Discord. So if you are in the stream with us and you might be sculpting while we're doing our thing, join us in the Discord afterwards. And, you know, we can talk over there, which is kind of cool. We have a couple of contests, or a contest going on this month. It's a challenge from our 80s cartoon episodes. So we'll be choosing a winner beginning of next year. Still a couple weeks to get in on that. And we'll be shouting you out on the stream and featuring your work. So just trying to really grow the community out for Stylist League. You know, like I have all these viewers on the Pixologic stream, which is really nice, but you know, I wanna carry those over to my personal stuff as well. We're doing some fun stuff over there, and you know, so if you like this, tell a friend, come on over. Let's go back to my brush. What was I using before? Let's use this one. Sometimes I like to turn on, instead of the drag rec, I like to turn, this is doing a weird, I bet you I turned off my, I feel like I turned off my, what did I turn off? Yeah, I did. Local symmetry. Turn that on? Yeah, I turned off local symmetry. I hate when I do that. Okay, so yeah, like I'll turn off the drag rec for these and try, let's see what it looks like as a spray pattern. You get like an entirely different look. You know? So that's kind of fresh, actually. If I wanted to texture this quickly, look at that. Concrete all day, baby. Happy accidents. So this is a good base coat, and then I would continue to really kind of go hard on the deformation. And when I print this, oh, thanks for the follow. That is, can't see your name, but thank you. Oh, it should stay at the bottom. Andrew, or Andrew, thank you. You know, so maybe rather than just using the noise under your surface to get this as a base, you can do something like this, and then now I can go in and I can really kind of dig into that surface to make it print worthy. Let's grab this one and see what this looks like. Oh, turn off the I don't know why the color is on for all these. Looks like my resolution went down. What is going on here? No, it didn't. All right, so I'm gonna split hidden. I can't because I'm up too high. All right, turn on everything. All right. Go down to a lower subdivision level. Split hidden. More than likely I'm going to lose that detail. Maybe what I should have done first is saved it so I could project it back. But I didn't, so skip, spilt milk. All right, that's thinking about it. Hopefully I don't lose ZBrush here. Yeah, knife tool did change the game. Very nice. Missed a lot of stuff here. All the days and the nights. Gotta bounce. Pay the tuition. Thank you, Seven Faces, who's probably already gone. Damn, I dig the style. One thing wrong with Tetsuo's pant is they're too low. Those 80 pants are up high. 80s pants are up high. Did he wear his pants high? I think he did. He was wearing boots. He had boots on. You know, he was very close to getting a pair of those, a pair of those horrible new Yeezy boots that I saw Justin Bieber in. Like, that almost happened for real. But I think I'll stick to the ones I have. Now I'm gonna delete or divide. Okay, divide it up. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I just didn't have it all the way up to the top of the subdivision. I don't know. But I'm gonna divide it one more time. This is gonna be huge now. Let's see what other kind of rock stuff I have. I have a lot of like rock materials. So let's come over here and look at where are my rocks? Where is my super suit? Yeah, here you go. This is the joint right here, all right? This is it. So I don't remember where I got these, but these are the truth right here. So now, check this out. These joints right here. Now we're cooking, baby. Concrete all day. I believe I got these on ArtStation. I don't know the name of them though. Sorry guys, but they're fresh. And if the artist who made these is in here, big props to you. I love this brush. All right, so now let's turn on everything. Turn off solo. I did all that detail and you can't even see. I did it on the wrong side. It needs to be on both sides. Both sides. So that's better. One thing I do want to do is, like, I want to have like an asphalt kind of a cap on this. So you can see I kind of did that on this front piece. And it's way too smooth right now, but that's the look that I want to have. Let's see if I can get it to, yeah, I need to polygroup it again. But what I can do now is, let's get in close. And I can turn down the intensity on this one. Let's do a little masking, selective masking. These little details sell it for me. That's why whenever I see anybody who does, you know, just like a real baller kind of a base, they always have all these little details that nobody notices except for the artist. But if they weren't there, it would just be like, okay, you know? So, trying to raise my game. This doesn't have, it needs more, yeah, this needs more geometry here. Let's come back here and try to mask this part. I can at least get what I'm looking for here. So let's go to the mask pen now. Paint out the rest of this. Okay. Oh, you scrub. Okay, that's what I want. All right. So now I will now mask, or I'll group or polygroup that part. That. And then let's see, I want to I don't want to subdivide this because it's got some weird Sculptris Pro stuff going on. So maybe what I'll do is I'll clone it. Going on time, good. All right, so clone it. Let's save what I have because I've done some things. Save, yes. Here. Duplicate this. Now I'm going to ZRemesh because I don't have a whole lot of details here. So I'll ZRemesh and then I will divide. All right, so let's turn this down, turn this up. Set the polygon count to, let's say 10. Detect edges and keep groups. Turn off smoothing. Turn it down. And then ZRemesh. What's the most valuable new feature of 2022.1 that has already become that has become second nature? I mean, there's a few features that I like, but so ones that I thought I would use more than I actually do use are like the bevel brushes. I don't use that much. I feel like there's a place for it, but I haven't figured out that for my pipeline yet. I love the knife brushes, and I haven't really gotten the hang of Stager yet, right? Because the way that I want to use Stager is I want to be able to have, say, my face for Tetsuo in symmetry. And then I want to have him completely posed in another, like somewhere else. And I want to be able to pose or, you know, tweak the pose and then go back and work on his face, and it needs to be in symmetry. And it just doesn't work that way. Ideally, that's what I want from Stager, and it's not there yet. So, all right, so now I can project the history. Yes. All right. And then divide, project, divide, project. Did it do it? Yeah. All right. Divide, project. Okay. So this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna give it one more just for the sake of it. Let's see, so divide one more time. It's a lot, we're at 2.4 million polygons, but let's see what it looks like. I don't need it, the higher level of subdivision. But now what I can do is I can mask the top part because I already had it selected. Look at that, boom, done. Done, son. And now I can smooth that mask a little bit. And maybe, let's do, hold on one second. This is my daughter. Where was I? I was going to add some texture on here. So now let's switch to something maybe a little more noisy. I kind of like this one. Let's try this one. And I want to do it as, yeah, I want to do this as a spray pattern, I think. Right. There you go. Let's hide the mask, and then I can see what it looks like here. So it always starts to look better when you texture, right? Like before it was just looking weird. Like I've been watching a lot of cooking shows lately, but it looks like I had a piece of fondant on top of here. Fondant, like, you know, you would find in the hood where I'm from. Fondant. We put it on cakes. Makes the cake look good. Yeah, I'm all about the cooking shows right now. Great British Bake Off. I've been watching the crap out of that show. Which is a dope show, but they drop stuff on the floor and then just use it, which is terrible to me. I don't get that at all. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Did I turn off the mask? Oh, no, I turned off the visibility. That's what I did. So something like that. And then if it starts to kind of creep over that edge, I'll just hit the polish brush and polish it back. And I also want to drag it out a little bit. So maybe I'll grab my move tool. I want to grab move infinite because I don't want to just pull the top cap. I want to pull the entire depth of this. So brush, move, infinite depth. That's one of my favorite new brushes, like for real. I love that brush. Yeah. Pro tip. Infinite move is the bomb. Yeah, I just wanted to have that lip like it does on the other side. I want to go crazy with it. All right, so this is looking a little more like what I want. And then on the top, I want to have that texture like I had on the other one. So let's come over here. Which one was I using? I think I was using, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just use this one. And I'll set this to spray as well. I'll set it for just the add. There you go. Just a little bit of a noise pattern. It looks kind of uniform, which I don't love, right? So maybe I would change that to the drag rec after all and just do like some irregular stuff on here. Break it up some. Okay, so that looks more like a piece of broken asphalt to me than what I had before. All right, so what I just did was to deselect the mask. And now, like if I wanted to get crazy with it, which probably would, you know, I turn on my clay buildup and go in and kind of redefine this edge. Now I'm gonna use color here too, because I do want to be able to see what I'm, oh, come on. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. So let's get this color here. Yeah. And I just want there to be a very distinct edge that goes around it. Let me make sure this is not the, I think this is the part that backs up against, does it? Oh, okay. I think the reason I didn't do that other edge is because you can't see it. All right. So now I will copy this. Before I take it over though, I do want to see if I can get away with getting rid of the higher subdivision level. So let's step down. Did it do it? Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, I don't need that extra. See, this is, people ask me this all the time. Like, do I need to really subdivide my model to millions and millions of polygons to get detail? And the answer most of the time is no. If you're doing skin pores, that's one thing. But for this is what it looks like. Here, let's do a screen cap. This is what it looks like at 600,000 points. Oops. And this is what it looks like with 2.4 million points. Where's Waldo? You see a difference? I don't see a difference. Looks the same to me. So let's step down and delete that higher level. I'm a big proponent of staying as low as you can on geometry until you absolutely need to like go bonkers. All right, so let's come over here and copy this. Go back to my original. This is aight, but it's not as good. Look at that, it's boring actually. It sucks if I'm being honest. All right, so let's come down here and I have a copy of this file, so I'm just gonna delete it. Let's delete. Actually, before I do, hold on, cancel. I'm going to paste the other one, paste. And here we go. Before and after. All right, so texturing is everything. Let's delete this one now. So now take this one and hit delete. Out of here. All right, turn off solo. All right, now so now it's starting to come together. It's starting to look more like broken asphalt, which is what I want this whole thing to look like. And if I do a render, let's see what it looks like with a render. First, let's save. Save. Yes. Okay. I wanna. I'm looking at these pieces up here, and I want to do something to them. Let's say I'm gonna grab this, and let's get this skin color here. Where is my standard brush? Standard. It's right here. Okay, I just want color and nothing else. Oh, dynamic subdivisions are on. Let's turn those off. Turn up RGB intensity. Okay. Soften this transition. It's a little much. And then maybe some parts of it are really kind of red and gross. Let's the ends here. So if you guys don't know me, I came from a painting background. I'm really a 2D artist who is was a 3D enthusiast, but now I do stuff for clients. But really, I kind of made my living as an illustrator. And now I am, now I sculpt stuff as well. So poly painting is one of my favorite things to do in ZBrush. Like, I love it. In fact, I enjoy poly painting more than I do going into Substance Painter, even though I know I can probably get superior results by having UVs and painting in Substance Painter. I love poly painting. So 9 times out of 10, I'll come in here and I'll do, you know, poly painting in here. I'll probably do a render, and then if I had to, I mean, shoot, man, I'm paying for it. So if I want to use Substance Painter, then I'll use this as a reference, and then I'll go in there and I'll mess around and do what I have to do to later on do a render somewhere else. But I mean, I could poly paint all day, man. I love it. It's too much. Too much. I went too far. I got greedy. And I want this to be like really bright for some reason. What does that look like? Nah, it looks stupid. I don't like that. I think the fact that I can experiment really quickly in here is one of my favorite things as well. Right, so poly painting for the win. So now that I have that on there and I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, it's cool, but I kind of want it to feel a little more like the thing that it's attached to. So let's see what it looks like without that toy skin shader, toy shader. I'm gonna fill this back with the normal flat material color fill. See, this I like better. And then go back to my startup material. Right now we're starting to get there. I like that, and I'm gonna get something that can kind of tie them both together. So bring my intensity down on that red. Now I'll fill it with a color that's between this big kind of bulbous part of his arm and the tendril parts to try to marry it together a little more. So just hit fill a couple times. Let's see. Oops. You know what I did? I was filling it with material. Switch back to color, you guys. Don't do that. Here you go. Fill. Right, so then that's a little more of that red color. Actually, it's a bit much. So what I want is more of this kind of a beige color here. Color. Fill. 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 So I'll tap that a few times. And now if I paint the ends here, I can kind of get it to do what I want it to do, which is just kind of eventually terminate in the skin. Hit my so just a little back and forth until I get it to look the way I want, and I think that's cool. Let's do a render now. Save it first. Save. Yes. Still trying to decide whether I want this black top to be black. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to fill this with a darker color here. Let's see. Turn it down. Color. Fill. All right, so I'm on the fence with whether I want that to be dark for all of that entire blacktop part. For now, I'm gonna leave it light, but now let's do the render here. All right, so I'm gonna go into my render property since I crashed last time. Let's fix this stuff. Shadow, I'm going to turn up my rays. Turn up my blur a little bit. And the angle just a little bit. I don't want that light to be straight in front of them. That's good for sculpting, but really I want to have something dynamic that's going to cast some good shadows. So let's like move it here. Right, and then I think I want to have like a backlight that's doing a little something that's going to catch the, you know, kind of define the back of him. It's not the clothes that I wear that define me, but it's the black light that I put on the back of my arm. It's my Christian Bale. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What a terrific audience. All right, here we go. See what I missed. Tetsuo's pants had no pockets in the anime. Not at this part of the anime. Okay. Draw palette? Okay, wow, being far behind. All right, your details are really good. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Will the small concrete noise be visible on a printed model? No, no, no. So I'd have to dig that in deeper, right? Like I would dig it in deeper. This is just like a base to start from. All right, so this is looking better to me, right? Like I'm not mad at this. Let's actually move that rim light up a little higher. See if we can't see some of his left foot in the shadow. See what this looks like. Doing some chipping. Comes to rocks and stones like anatomy. Too many times people assume cracks and what's wrong. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I have. Well, it's funny you say that. Pin toys. Hey, sorry if anybody came back. Blue screen again. So, what I was trying to say before I got cut off was, I got plenty of reference on the board, and so let's see if I can open it up. I'm not even gonna bother with the music. I got like 10 minutes left, so sorry, you guys. Thanks, Daisuke. Yeah, this is some old bull crap. Let's see, load. Load recent. Akira. Yeah, so the reference I'm using is all of this. So I will be looking at images to get it to look exactly like all this broken up stuff, right? That's kind of how I got to where I am now on the base. But yeah, maybe that should be black on the top and then the white on the bottom. Or blacker. Anyway, yeah, all right. Yeah, I lost all of my chat again. If you guys have any questions about anything, just hit me up before I get out of here. And this is my fourth blue screen today. I'm gonna reinstall the OS. But in the meantime, I'm backing up all of my files and it's just taking forever. That is it. Did I answer? I did the cracks. I did the cavity mask. I gotta get out of here and pay the tuition. Oh, I was gonna do a render. That's where I was. See if I can render with the new materials. Yeah, there. Shadow. Oh, good, I kept that. Okay. And then I like to sharpen my piece too, so I turn on the sharpen filter. And let's do a render. All right, see what this looks like here. Thanks, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make that call as soon as I get out of here. Can't forget that. It's boring without music, right? Not as good. Yeah, so this is better. This is more along the lines where I want to be. And you can see I kind of threw in the sign there. I didn't get a chance to do I wanted to do those like they're the capsules from the movie that have like just the floating dissected parts in there with the yellow fluid. So I'm probably going to work on that next, finish up the base, and start cutting and keying. Let me know, you guys, if you want to. Your voice is music. Nice. Let me know if you guys want to see me cut and key this, because I can totally do that for my next stream if you want. And when it's done, it's going to end up being nice and neat. One of my, I mean, a favorite thing about my favorite part about doing the sculpts for Sideshow is learning the proper way to cut and key so that, it's nice and clean, 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 clean. This. So at the end of the day, I'm left with a model. Oh, shit. Well, normally it would, but come on. There you go. Boom. Uh, so that's what I'll be working on next, and painting this guy to look like this guy, but cleaner and better. I think I can do some better. I can do better with the skin, I'm pretty sure. Right now he looks very pasty. So what's the name of that too? Let me get back to the screen. So yeah, everybody who came in, thank you for visiting. Again, check out the Stylist League streams. Um, those are on YouTube. I think we just had our 26th show, something like that. And we've made a lot of projects. What I'll do is I'll put together a board that I can show you next time. But like Lion-O, and this is just me, but like I did a Lion-O, Arthur from Ghost and Ghouls. What else? A kind of did a Cthulhu. And I just watched this movie about Wendigo. I did a Wendigo. Antlers is dope if you haven't seen it. Saw that. And now we're working on DC villains. So I'm working on a Bizarro. And that's just my stuff. Bradley's got sculpts. Danny Williams has got an amazing process video of his Skeletor. So join us on our YouTube Stylist League and our Discord, because we hang out over there. You never know when I'll pop in there. And if there's stuff that I didn't answer in here, just in time to be too late. No, you're good. Yeah, and if you don't catch me in here, catch me in the Discord at Stylist League and holler at me. I was in there for 3 hours yesterday sculpting. And we had like a full room of people just kind of kicking it and working on their own projects. So, anyway, that being said, I got to pay my daughter's tuition, get up out of here. I think Tetsuo is kind of getting there, kind of coming along. Oh, let me turn on the texture for his cape before I leave. Let's see, tool. Surface, noise. Oh, I'm doing it. Okay. That's not right. That's not right. That must be the wrong piece. There you go. That's the right one. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a stream for the day. Getting there with this one. I hope you like it, and I hope to see you again. Again, don't panic about this merger. I think good things are going to happen from it. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some awesome new features with like a very mature infrastructure that's in place so that all those crazy ideas that Olaf and Paul and all those guys are having at Pixologic can be implemented even better. So it's all good, man. It's all good. We have to pay for it. We got to pay for it. It is what it is. We had a whole lot of free updates. So I don't know whether we're gonna have to pay for updates in the future, but if we do, we got a lot of content here that we can do some dope stuff with, and I think it's worth the money, right? I'd rather pay for that than to pay for my Adobe bundle. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry, Adobe, for not letting me buy my software. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, happy holidays and happy New Year. Everyone have a fantastic break, and check us out on Stylist League tomorrow. We'll be in there. All right. I want to see 100 new subscribers. If I can have 2,000 viewers in here for a stream, I don't know why I can't have 100 viewers or 200 viewers on Stylist League. It's crazy. Makes no sense. So everybody be safe and take care. If you haven't yet, get that booster shot. Stay safe and take care. Bye, guys. How do I stop this stream? There it is. Stop. All right. Peace, guys.